Can you think of like samples of bills that have been paid with the Medicare plans that we have enrolled you with?
Well, well, yes, the big one. My wife had a stroke a year and a half ago, and the plans that you put us in, we haven't paid hardly anything for any medical at all for brain surgery.
Oh, wow. Okay. Off top, do you kind of know how much the bill was, or is
I
that
think
too
it's
much of
close
a
to
question?
$1 million.
$1 million, and you paid
Yeah,
nothing, correct?
if anything, very little. I mean, not
Okay.
even. I don't even think a couple $100. Probably not nothing. I don't think. I can't remember anything.
Right. You're right. You're right. You're right there. It was only the Part B deductible. You're correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hmm.
And so has that provided you with peace of mind and allowed Shireen to focus on healing?
Oh yeah, for sure. Honey.
Yes, yes, absolutely. My laminectomy?
Yes, that was serious. And also, I had an emergency shoulder replacement. I fell and broke my arm and my shoulder, and that was completely covered by my insurance.
And without insurance, how much do you think each would have cost? Just a rough
Oh,
estimate.
$100,000 or more.
His shoulder was actually
It was
crushed.
a complete replacement
Yes.
of my shoulder and a metal spike down my arm. And I have no idea how much it would have cost. I
Okay.
mean, probably at least 100,000, if not 150,000. Who knows?
And I had a severe back problem, and it required a laminectomy of three of my vertebrae,
Oh,
and
wow. I
that
didn't
would
know,
have
Becky.
cost, what was it? I believe it was somewhere in the neighborhood of $73,000.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
probably a lot more than that, including
Uh,
hospital fees.
that was just the operation. That wasn't a hospital or anything else with it. Um, and our policies covered it because of you.
Yes.
Well, thank you. So everything was covered 100% for you both, right?
Both, yes.
For you. Oh yes, I had this ginormous bill, and I was scared. And I called your office, and you said, "Send it to me." And I took a snapshot, sent it to you, and then you said, "Wait a minute, what is this?" And then I think we did a three-way.
Yes, we did.
We did a three-way right then and
With
there,
Vegas, yes.
and
Because the bill was over how much?
um, I want to say a million, but what? 100,000, 100.
I think it was over 150,000.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
And I was getting other bills too.
On top of that.
Right.
Mhm.
And I called you, got three-way on the phone, and they talked. I just gave my information, and then you all did all the talking. My mouthpiece.
Yeah. And so there's no bills. Because sometimes it's
bills.
just the explanation of benefits that explains to you what Medicare paid, what insurance.
Well,
Right.
one of the things that started with me was when we first started, I had a couple of medications that were not covered by the Part D plan that I had, and you gave me some alternatives of what to do, and it turned out very well. Um, you recommended GoodRx and other places to get something for the cheapest price, and I ended up finding a one of the medications for less than GoodRx even
Hmm.
uh, sells it for. So that worked out well. And then I think when Carol started with hers, tell them about yours.
Yeah, well, I just went over my medications with you, and you kind of really just did the research on your own before you talked to us. You got that list from me, and um, you had it all worked out. And so it's mine's been great. I've had to pay very little for my medication, very little. In fact, zero in many of them. Um, and the ones that were not covered, I had the same situation as he did, and you worked it out, and it was just great. It's kind of like when you have a fear of something and you don't know what to do, you don't have anybody that you know that you can trust. And then we met you, and you just took everything up and swooped us up in your arms and just made everything okay. And you would explain to us every detail as you went along, you know, and you would say, now this might not be the best, but let's look at it. And then you would work with us until you found what was the best for us. And then like in his case, the one panned out. Did you mention about it going up?
No, I figure we'll get to
Do
that
that
one
later. Okay. But yeah, it's just been like having a comforter that's just overseeing everything and letting us know that it's okay.
My supplement insurance has been fantastic. I don't have to pay anything. You know, my my Medicare pays, and what my Medicare doesn't pay, my insurance pays, which you turned me on to the insurance.
Right.
And I haven't heard one grumble from them. No
Right.
problem at all. It's been great.
That's good.
Fantastic.
It provides you that peace of
Yes,
mind,
it
right?
does. It does. Yes.
That's right. So, I guess that piggybacks to my next question, which is bills that have been paid, and you answered that.
Yes.
You pretty much Medicare pays, and then your supplement pays
Yes.
for the rest.
And no complaints from them at all.
Right, because there are no rules with a supplement,
Yeah.
right? There's no prior authorization, no network providers, you know, no referrals.
It's wonderful. I wish a lot more people would go that route, you know, as far as a
Right.
supplement.
Right.
Yes.
But the good thing with what we do is we educate our recipients or our clients, even our prospective clients, because we educate them on the difference between an advantage and a supplement.
Right.
And that's what I did for you. I explained,
Right,
and you
yeah.
said, I really want the supplement.
Yeah, I chose the supplement.
Right, so it has really,
Because I had been both ways, but the supplement works better for me.
that's right. I remember you did try the Advantage plan. You
Right.
did take advantage of the Medicare Advantage trial period.
Yeah, that was my first.
Right,
Yes.
and then we moved you
Right, yeah.
to a supplement, which has worked well for you.
Very well.
Right. And what do you think about the lifetime free customer service that we provide?
I love it. I love it because sometimes you're looking at the TV and they say you can get that benefit, you can get that, and then I call. They said I'm signed up for 2023, and I'm supposed to get the. He said, Miss Martha, let me take you through, and you just tell me, and I said, okay, I'm fine. Anytime I can reach out.
Yes.
Anything.
That's good.
Any questions?
Any questions? You know, we're here.
You know, it's a very good question, but I could not imagine, but I think it's because of you. I think it's the person. In every organization, you have a very well-built but bureaucratic organization. It depends on the personnel. It's the personnel who embody the values of the organization. And please forgive me, I hope I don't embarrass you, but I think you embody that. And without you, no, it is the truth. Without you, I would not have known what to do. You oriented me to all the things that were necessary. When Peter was in the hospital, you told me what were the necessary options that I should take, what I should ask the doctor, all the things you guided me. So I think I don't know how Medicare works as far as that's concerned, but if they do not have seminars to teach personnel the kind of things that you helped me with, then that's the only thing I would say, because that's what you did for me. It was the personal touch. You even called me. That was how personal it was. That means a lot when you have to resort to Medicare.
It's been excellent. You and your team have been fabulous in keeping us up to date with information. You're all so easy to work with. If we have questions, you get back to us and are answered promptly. You're very efficient with the breadth of information you give us, and in explaining why certain policies or certain companies would be best for our needs. So it's really, we feel it's a tailor-made service that we're
Okay.
getting to cover our particular needs, our medical needs. And so we don't have to worry about having something and then get a surprise bill.
Also,
Beautiful.
it's the fact that you check with the prescriptions that we have and make sure that the RX provider covers our prescriptions, because we both have a different Part D provider because of our different prescriptions, and you've made sure that those fit us as well.
Beautiful. I'm happy to hear that.
Listen, we're happy. We're the beneficiaries of all of this.
Well, pleasure is from us, truly, because we value you and we really treat each one. This is true. We treat each one as family.
Well, Carol's
Yes.
already touched on a lot of that, and it's true. I've mentioned this to you before. God had a hand in this. You were a godsend to us, because I was so totally confused and didn't know where to turn. And it took one phone call with you. You sat down and asked questions, and just in conversation, you were able to kind of determine my needs. And by the time we hung up that day, I was thoroughly, completely confident
Trusted you.
in what I was getting, and had no problem. And of course, Carol came along a couple of years later in terms of the retirement.
Because she's
And-
younger. Because she's younger.
Yes, because he's so much older than me.
But
Right.
when it came time for her to do that, no, it was no problem. I was talking to you and had just mentioned that, Carol will be, turning 65 in a few months. You wrote it down, and right on time, you called her. I had no doubts of what we were going to do, and anything else ever comes up, you're there.
You told him that you were going to just pencil my name in, and 6 months before I turned 65, that you were going to call me.
Right.
Well, how many people tell you that you never hear from them?
Yeah, you
But
right
you were
there.
right on it.
Right.
And you called, and you just took it and ran with it.
And also, it's every year at the open enrollment time, have no anxiety, have no worries, because we know that you're there. And just like this past year, my plan D, my Part D plan went up. Now, I mean, insurance, it goes up every year. I mean, that's just a fact of life. But this one went way up. It doubled. The premium doubled.
Mhm.
And I called you to tell you that. And
The
once
next
again,
day.
you went to work, and the next day you called me and you gave me some choices of plans there, and we went over them. And once again, we changed, and it was the same price as the other plan before it went up.
But better benefits.
And I actually ended up getting better benefits on some of the medications that are on there. So
Perfect.
once again, you come through for us.
Yeah, I love getting the call during open enrollment for Medicare, and we go over the plans and see what's the best for us, and it works out really well. Each year, we've been with you for like 2 years now, I think, 2 or
Yes.
3 years.
3 years. Yes, yes.
3 years, yeah.
That's right. That's right. And with that said, have we made a difference in your lives? Have we made a
Yes.
positive impact?
Absolutely. I feel very confident in your suggestion and direction.
I'm
Love
very happy to hear
It
that.
takes the stress out of all of this.
I think it's fantastic, rather than, it's good to have someone to help you, because with me, it can become very confusing. And to have someone that you can ask questions and who will give you the information, so a layperson can understand it,
Right.
you know, and that's fantastic. It's
Right.
wonderful, yes.
And you're happy about our lifetime customer
Very, oh,
service.
yes, very happy.
That you can call us anytime, right?
Yes, yes, definitely, yeah, wonderful, and you never upset or anything, you're always ready to answer questions.
Of
It's
course.
wonderful. Yes, it's wonderful.
Of
Yeah.
course, that's what we're.
Everybody's
here
not that way, though.
We can only hope and wish that everybody could be that
Yeah,
way,
so
but
those, we won't worry about.
yeah, we won't worry about
Yeah.
them. We worry about you and I, because we
Right.
do have a lifetime teamwork,
Absolutely.
right?
Have we made a difference in your and Peter's lives?
Oh, dear God, have you ever? Peter is now very weak and in really need of Medicare, and you have been a godsend. That's the only thing I can say, a godsend. Yes, yes. I have known what doctors to apply to. I have known what agencies to contact. I have known what is available to make our lives easier and more comfortable. And I owe that absolutely to Medicare and you.